This is Jim Kukrow, founder of the Author Marketing Institute, and you're listening to the Author Marketing Podcast. If you're unfamiliar with the Author Marketing Institute and this podcast, you can learn more by visiting www.authormarketinginstitute.com. We'll get to today's topic shortly, but first, a quick message. Are you an author who always wanted to have their own podcast about writing or about writing in your own genre? We've just announced the creation of the new Author Marketing Podcast Network. The mission of the network is to help authors just like you find a voice for the business of writing and publishing. And of course, to help other authors learn how to better their craft and sell more books. So why not let us help you produce that podcast? We can offer you not only a promotional vehicle to get your first and future listeners, but also production and show advice to make sure that you have a show that you and your future listeners will love. For example, you may have no idea how to do a good podcast, or you don't know what to do your show about. We will help you figure it out and show you what to do. Are you ready to chat about it? There is zero cost involved in producing a show for the Author Marketing Network. We just ask that once you commit to doing a show, you stick with it. Are you interested in hearing more? Just send an email to info@authormarketinginstitute.com and let us know what you have in mind. We'll get back to you shortly to begin a discussion about having your very own author marketing podcast. And with that out of the way, let's move on to today's topic. If you haven't listened to part 1 of the series, 90 Days or Bust, How to Write 4 Books a Year, please go to authormarketinginstitute.com and check out the podcast and listen to part 1. This is part 2 of How to Write 4 Books a Year, 90 Days or Bust. Number 4, editing, days 49 to 83. You'll spend a week on your book's second draft. During this stage, you'll focus on issues that tend to crop up in your writing. If you know that your descriptions are usually lacking, then you'll spend this week beefing up your descriptions. Have you got certain phrases you repeat all the time? Take the second week to cut out and replace those repetitions. Since you're touching up a first draft, there will be a lot of things that need work, but you need to focus on one area at a time. Fix your descriptions on one pass. Take out repetitive phrases during another. Trying to remedy all the problems at once is like putting a Thanksgiving turkey into a garbage disposal. It's just too much to handle at once. You don't have to fix everything in the second draft, so don't worry about taking everything on in one fell swoop. The second part of the editing stage involves getting the book to your beta readers. Beta readers consist of trusted friends and fans who are willing to give you constructive criticism that will benefit your book in the long run. The best candidates for this important position are willing to give you detailed notes and meet strict deadlines. In this 90-day writing process, beta readers are meant to tell you about plot holes you can fix in the third draft. To save time, give your readers your rough draft copy after each week of your first draft stage. This will give the beta readers a full 5 weeks to read your book, the last 4 weeks of your first draft stage, and the first week of your editing stage. This should give your beta readers the time they need to give you detailed notes. When you present the book to your readers, let them know to ignore the punctuation and grammatical errors that your editor will take care of. You want them to find plot and character points that don't work, providing you with suggestions for fixing the issues when possible. Carefully study the feedback of each reader, paying particular attention to overarching notes. When more than one reader notes the same thing, it's worth incorporating that point into your third draft. Ignore notes that will require you to do a major reworking, such as changing the tense or point of view of the entire book. Once you've noted all the issues that you agree need solving, take the second week of the editing process to patch them up. The third and final part of the editing stage involves copy editing with the help of an experienced editor. At this stage of the game, you'll pass off your finished third draft to a paid professional. Make your deadline with the editor extremely clear. The most efficient way to reach your 90-day goal is to have your editor return the book to you in chunks. Give him or her your entire third draft with the goal of returning approximately 1/5 of the book every 2 days. After receiving each fifth of the book, apply the edits and make the changes as necessary. Once you have the entire fourth draft edited, you'll employ the same system again by providing the fourth draft and getting it back in fifths over the course of the next 2 weeks. There are advantages and disadvantages of this system. One benefit is that you'll be able to apply grammatical and word changes in manageable chunks. This will help you save time, and it will help you from sitting around waiting for the changes on return. One downside is that your editor may charge you more to stick to such a rigorous schedule, and that he or she may notice something in the fourth or fifth part that isn't consistent with the first few parts. Regardless of the downsides, this system will result in a high quality manuscript that's ready to publish as of day 83 in the 90-day process. Now, there are many different ways that authors plan out their editing stage, and this method may not suit everyone. It's geared towards getting out a high-quality product as quickly as possible. Number 5, days 83 to 90, publishing. When you first started out, it's smart to give yourself an entire week to push through the publishing process. This is especially the case if you need to put the book out on all of the different platforms. When you're a pro at getting your manuscript into the Kindle and EPUB format, you can cut this stage down to a few days and add more time to the editing or writing stage. If you'd rather not endure the formatting process, then it's best to find a low-cost expert on Odesk or Fiverr. In less than a week, you should be able to get your book formatted for under $100 in all the formats you need. To ensure that your book will be available on day 90, it's recommended that you begin uploading the book a few days earlier. It often takes at least 72 hours for all the features of your book to appear online. Once your book is up there, it's time to start day 1 for your next piece of work. Number 6, days 1 through 90, the marketing. As if putting out a 75,000 word book in 90 days wasn't enough, you need to build marketing into your 90-day plan as well. When you're looking to put out 4 books per year, there isn't time to take off a few weeks of writing to get your promotional plans in line. This is why you should bake the marketing into your 3-month plan. Divide your 90 days of marketing into 3 different stages. Take the first stage to begin gathering up reviewers and posts and podcasts about your writing process. Spend the next 30 days scheduling interviews and multi-author events. The final 30 days can go towards buying email ad services and other timed promos. For more information on worthwhile promotions, see our former podcasts, 5 Ways to Supercharge Your Book Launch and 5 Ways to Sell More Books in Just 15 Minutes a Day. Use planning to defeat your limitations. A good plan can help you tackle any goal. The procedure we just talked about is just one way you can outline, write, edit, publish, and market your book in 3 months. Adapt this plan to match your sensibilities and schedule, and make sure it's something you can do over and over again. There's no reason you can't find a system that will regularly produce publishable books. Sticking to this schedule for an entire year will be difficult, but imagine how you'll feel when you have 4 full-length books on the market. Instead of looking up to the speedy outliers, other authors will look to you for your writing tips and tricks. Once they do, you can tell them the secret to your success: a detailed and repeatable plan of action. And that will conclude today's podcast. To see a transcript of the show and to access other book marketing content, please visit www.authormarketinginstitute.com. You can also learn about our latest events for authors, or get access to our Author Marketing Academy Learning Center. And of course, become a member of the Author Marketing Club, a 25,000 plus author member community. That's www.authormarketinginstitute.com. All right, let's wrap it up for today. I'm Jim Kukral, founder of the Author Marketing Institute, and we'll be back again for another show soon. Thanks again for listening, and don't forget to leave us a review in iTunes and share the show with your author friends and communities. We would be grateful for your help in spreading the word. Bye for now.